Mozart was famous for saying, "Damn it, I'm gonna surprise you. You're gonna like it."
She like cracks, and you're like, "Oh shit, Stevie."
She also sounds a little bit fed up.
They chose to stay in the tension.
Sounds like it was written stream of consciousness.
Welcome back to Professional Musicians React. Today we are listening to Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. We're joined with some amazing professional musicians today. We've got Ryan Lerman on guitar. Ryan's played with John Legend. Oh, there it is. If in case you didn't know what a guitar sounds like. Ryan's played with John Legend. He's played with Ben Folds and is my co-founder in Scary Pockets. We got Mario Jose. Mario has sung literally with Prince, Justin Bieber, Benny King. We got Dannielle De Andrea. Danny has sung with Ariana Grande. Larry Golding's played on one of her records. We're so fortunate to have these amazing musicians here with us today. And my name is Jack. I'm the CEO of Patreon and co-founder of Scary Pockets and Pomplamoose. A little bit of background in the song. It was the band's only #1 single on the Billboard chart.
Really?
Crazy.
Not Rihanna either?
Wow.
No.
Landslide?
No. What? It was written by Stevie Nicks in 1976. She wrote it in 10 minutes.
Sitting in Sly Stone's bed, I just went in there one afternoon and wrote Dreams. And I knew when I wrote it that it was really special.
The band didn't like it, and they recorded it anyway, and then it was their only #1 hit. The song had a resurgence in 2020. It went viral on TikTok.
She actually wrote it on a skateboard drinking cranberry juice. A lot of people don't know that.
Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. Is that a slide?
Pedal steel? Such a good song. Man, imagine if she spent 15 minutes on it, how good it would have been.
Right?
Holy shit.
Okay, let's talk production first.
Such a beautiful recording.
Isn't it?
Just like so many details. I've never listened to this on headphones before.
Yeah, me neither.
The craziest thing is pretty much everybody's staying on F except for the bass player. Do you hear the whirly on the left?
I didn't hear the whirly on the left.
The whole song.
Yeah.
And same when the acoustic guitar starts strumming. It's one chord the whole time. The only one going up to the G is
It's
the
just
bass.
that major 7.
There you go, signature John McVie, Mick Fleetwood bass drum line.
What I love is that each section, both vocals and instrumentals, have their moment to shine in the chorus.
Yes.
It's very ebb and flow.
Yeah, very.
It's it's just so nicely passed off back and forth, and it blows my mind that this was written in 10 minutes.
The tonal center of the song is definitively like A minor or C major. Like it's got this A minor
Yeah.
kind of thing. But we never hear an A chord and we never hear a C chord
You do hear an A minor in the bridge.
in the bridge. They go to it for like one beat. And I think in the chorus, what's funny is it feels like the song is in C. It's almost like they fucking modulate to C. They never play a C. It's like the verse feels like it's in A minor. The chorus feels like it's in C. The chorus goes to major.
Right.
But they never play an A minor or a C major in the verse or the chorus. And yet, just because of the phrasing of the melody and the start note of the melody, they make it feel like a modulation. That's fucking hard to do with a melody and keeping the chords the same. That's really interesting, good, weird songwriting.
The whole song is tension, right? Like it's unresolved. It's unresolved. The 4 to the 5, right?
Yeah.
You're just waiting
For a minute.
for
How hard must it have been for the band to not get to the chorus and be like, okay, so, all right, so it goes to the C for the chorus, right? Well, thunder always happens when it's raining. There's only flame. You know, just like, what? Let's
True.
go
Now
home
it
for
sounds
the
like
chorus.
Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young.
Become yourself.
But instead, they chose to stay in the tension, even for the chorus.
So for me, I actually didn't know the low harmony went to that one note on raining. I
Sing
thought
it.
it went to a different note.
What is it?
Thunder always happens when it's raining. So that low one is thunder always happens when it's rain. The raining note, the low note, is a different note that I always used to hear that he's doing. And I was like, oh, that,
Raining. And
yeah.
It goes down
And I
low,
thought it was
yeah?
a different note on the rain.
Nan, you're absolutely
And I thought
right.
it was raining, but it's raining.
My whole life I said raining, but it's
Me
raining.
too. But it's like, that's why when you hear cover bands sometimes do stuff, it's like, you haven't got the right, that's
Yeah.
why, but I don't know why.
Details, people. Details.
Right.
You know what's crazy, actually, is the bridge to this song.
Yes.
Every time I've played this in a bar or, cover band, somebody messes up the bridge. I wonder if like she just like grabbed a tape recorder and recorded it, and that's just like what she
Just
played.
vamping. Yeah.
She was just kind of filling the space, and then they heard the demo and they were like, no, we have to do it exactly like this.
Yes. Sometimes, or at least for me, when I'm improvising, if I record myself playing the song for the first time, I actually like a lot of the fuck-ups in the
yeah.
harmonic
Oh,
rhyhm,
yeah.
and I go to the wrong chord at one point, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of like a lot of records from the 60s and 70s. They were probably had a short time in the studio, and
Yep.
so they just recorded it once, and they're like, great, let's use that take. I think when people say they like the sound of tape versus digital, it's not actually that the tape sounds sonically different. It's that when you record on tape, you're forced to make faster decisions and to commit to things that you don't have to commit to if you
Right.
can punch
That's
in and
right.
change this note and
That's
change
right.
that and blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
And that's why those records that were recorded on tape have that magic. It's mostly the process change that you're forced to comply with if you're recording on a medium where you don't have as much punch in and choice.
It's an energy also too as a singer. Like if I'm recording, if I'm doing a gig live, my performance, because it's live in front of people,
Yep.
we have this extra thing that we bring. And it's really, really important. And I don't think enough people are doing that now.
Yeah.
Because everyone's doing it in their bedrooms or singing. Even when I teach singing, I'm like, you got to sing from the right place.
It's so organic. You can't replicate that.
No.
What people forget is that as a singer, when you go into a session, if you're pissed off, if you're sad, it will come through.
It comes right through.
Oh my God.
Listen to this opening line. When I heard the opening line after learning a little bit more about the recording, let me know what you think about the opening line.
Here you go again, you say you want your freedom. Well, who am I to keep you down?
To me, it sounded like someone that has just been dumped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She also sounds a little bit, as well as being sad, kind of a bit kind of fed up. Like it just says a little bit, as a singer, I kind of hear her kind of going like, yeah.
The first verse is like heartbroken, and then it's like the sass or the sarcasm in the second. When she's coming back, well, who am I to keep you down?
Yeah.
She like cracks,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh shit. Stevie.
And also her vibrato, she's got a really fast vibrato and you hardly hear it.
Vibrato is the natural wavering or shake in someone's tone. Some people have it super quick, like Stevie Nicks is a singer that has a super fast vibrato. You can hear that in songs like Landslide. You take my love and I take it down. Like it's almost like a in the natural waver of her voice. Like, it's only right. It's like you hear cracks in her voice.
There's a crack on that little yodel. And the next one, it's a me vowel, so it's an easier word. Easy. She can go to a falsetto there on the me, see, and it's clean and easy. Falsetto is when you sing in the high part of your voice when you're not screaming. So, for instance, this is chest, but this is falsetto.
And then the second one, I love geeking about vocals. And then I keep my visions to myself. She's like, well, because you're not fucking listening to my visions.
But I can see what's going on.
Exactly.
It's cool to do this with singers because you guys you hear.
But you hear all the music stuff.
Yeah. I'm like, oh yeah, the left hand of the whirly's really hammering that root on the
And
F.
I'm going,
and you guys are like, yeah, the harmony is really intricate.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed about background vocals,
There's
just
one
an
other thing,
interesting choice.
Yep.
Backgrounds on the first phrase, on the second phrase, third phrase, backgrounds pull out.
Women, they will come. Yeah.
And they will go.
Yeah.
Just like such an interesting little choice
yeah.
and such an iconic, wonderful thing to do to vary up the chorus in the middle of the tune.
That's really cool.
And the strongest line to do it on is her singing it.
Yes.
So it's like really, yeah.
One of the reasons we like music is because our brains recognize patterns. You get a little hit when you recognize how the pattern breaks.
Yeah.
Like that's part of the joy of listening to music is pattern recognition, pattern deviation, and then re-recognition of that deviation.
Awesome.
Isn't that like a nice framework for like it makes you think of like songwriting as like how do I give you just enough so you think you know what's going to come next?
Yeah.
It's almost like telling a joke.
Yep.
But then I'm going to surprise you with what comes
And
next.
you're going to like it.
And you
Yeah.
I'm going to surprise you and you're going to like it.
That's right. You're going to like it.
Mozart was famous for saying, God damn it, I'm going to surprise you, you're going to like it.
This is something that I don't know. Was she in a relationship with someone in the band?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So they were like,
Buckingham.
one. I mean, you're like literally breaking up with your person that you're also working with. Like, I can't imagine like the shitty situation that you're in, you know?
When you break up with somebody or somebody breaks up with you and you're in this band, and guess what? Guess who you have to see the next day in the hotel, in the breakfast room? That person.
This song it captures such a feeling that's familiar on both sides, you know what I mean? Of like a guy telling a girl that he wants his freedom. It's like that conversation has been happening since cavemen. There's a guy painting on a wall being like, listen, I
want a woman.
I saw this one other woman walking around. I know I'd only seen you until this point, and I saw another girl, and I need my freedom.
Yeah.
Okay, factoids. How many members have been in Fleetwood Mac?
47.
Rolling Stone estimates at least 12 people, but it could be more than 20 when you count the number of people that have been there over the years.
Wow.
And the only person who's been there the whole time, Mick Fleetwood.
Yep.
Wow.
It's only right that you should play the way you feel it.
What U.S. president brought the band back together?
Donald Trump.
The answer is Bill Clinton.
Clinton.
Nice, Brian. Bill Clinton ran for president in 1992. The theme song for his campaign was Fleetwood Mac's Don't Stop. When he won the election, he invited the band to perform at the inaugural gala in 1993.
Together for the first time since 1982, Lindsey Buckingham, Mick Fleetwood, Christine McVie, John McVie, and Stevie Nicks.
This is a video question from...
Yum.
It's Yum. Here's a question from Yum.
In the 1977 album version of Fleetwood Mac's Dreams, I love the lead guitar part. How do you think they created that amazing sound? I love being a patron. Bye.
Oh, what a sweet Yum. I love you, Yum.
What a guy.
Yum. First of all, thank you, Yum. You're the best. We love you so much. We're so grateful for your membership and patronage over the years. And thank you for this question. I think we got to let the guitar player
I think so.
speak about this.
It's a great question. There's two ways to create that swelly effect. I mean, when it comes in, it almost sounds like a pedal steel because it's like multiple notes moving. But Lindsey Buckingham is such an insane guitar player. You can do it with a volume pedal. I wonder if he didn't just do it with his hands. You can swell with using the volume knob on your guitar. So you can go. You can do that type of thing.
Wow, that's really close.
So if you put a bunch of reverb on the guitar, and then you can create those kind of swelly effects. But a lot of people use a volume pedal to do that.
Okay, so we've got another question from a member of the Scary Pockets Discord. Dreams has been covered by so many over the years. What's the best version in your opinion?
What's the best version and why is it Scary Pockets?
Oh my gosh.
I actually don't know a lot of cover versions of Dreams.
I don't either of this tune.
So it is Scary Pockets.
That's correct.
I think that is the correct answer.
Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Professional Musicians React. If you have suggestions for what we should listen to next, please leave those in the comment section down below. We will see you next week.